A pleasant good evening and welcome inside the nest here at Cranston High School West. And it is a dark, cloudy, and rainy evening on this Monday as we play high school girls soccer action. The Cranston West Falcons and the Smithfield Sentinels. Match Ellis with you here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in today. 80 minutes of soccer action in front of us. Falcons riding a 3-game shutout streak. They are looking for goals to be added into this 3-game shutout streak that they are in the midst of. It has been a couple of scoreless draws in the mix of that. They did have a 2-1 game against Moses Brown the other day, but their last game out on the pitch here ended up in a 0-0 draw against the East Greenwich Avengers. See what they can get done today. Oceana Orlandi in net for the Falcons, and it's a pretty typical 11 from Jeremy Shearer. We've seen Gabriella DiFilippo, Harper Cohn, Stalia Biasi, Sarah Pimentel and company throughout most of the season. Falcons and the Sentinels both huddled to give their last respective words to each other before the referees get the proceedings underway. We appreciate good stadium lighting, one of the best in the state here at Cranston High School West. Makes it look like there's absolutely no cloud cover over top of us, but it is clearly deeply overcast. It's been raining for almost 2 days, and it's thankfully just tapered off to a slight drizzle right now. Falcons in the all red, Sentinels in the all white. We're set and ready to go. Whistle, and we're underway here in the first half. And that one immediately will trail all the way down to the corner and out of play, and a 6 for the Falcons to get things started. Orlandi, short. They play that one up the line for Biasi. A little help from Sanaya Chase out of play and a Falcons throw. DiFilippo came off of her. Jordan Costa tracking over, knocks that one out of play. On the back line, shielded by DiFilippo, and out for another 6. Progressive play out of the back field, tried to be moved opposite side touchline, and Falcons couldn't get it to go. Good stop there by Cohn. Up for Pimentel. Drive for Chase. Karam's off of her, comes back. Chase. Cohn. Marcis. Back for Harper Cohn once again, taken away by Smithfield as they go down far touchline. And a slide from Sarah Pimentel across. Almost knocked that one out of play, and now Costa's going to knock it out on the corner. And actually off of a Smithfield player, throw in for the Falcons. That one bounced off of a Falcons head, so it was Smithfield throw. Set down by Costa. Thurber tried to move that one forward. Marcis Costa. Old drag from Costa gets that one all the way up for Chase. Tap over on the outside, looking for some help there from Menendez. Back for Biasi. Biasi trying to slot to Menendez. Knocked away from her. Marcis pokes that one a little bit for Cone. Back for Costa. Cone with a little push from behind. Gets it forward. Menendez for Marcis, and then they were trying to go for Sanaya Chase. Knocked away by the Sentinels defense. Out of bounds and another Sentinels throw. Just shepherded out of play. Third 6 of the game for the Falcons, and they go again with that progressive play out of the backfield. DiFilippo, near side touchline, looking for the overlap. Goes past Biasi and Chase, and sent back for the Smithfield defense to attempt to clear. Stepped up by Marcis. Cone. Now Marcis. Back for a advanced Thurber, and will be chased and knocked out of play. Orlandi steps up to take that one. First clear save of the game for Orlandi. 5 minutes gone by here in the first half, and so far a pretty balanced game between the Falcons and the Sentinels. Far side touchline right along the Cranston bench side, and then knocked away. And Orlandi will come out to scoop that one up as it came back from a Sentinels player. On kick. Menendez. Biasi. In space. Cannot get to it first. Take it away. Stopped by DiFilippo. Flipped right back for Biasi in space. Gets that one over for Cone. Cone can finish the switch to Pimenta a little bit out of her reach. And out of play. A Sentinels throw. Throwing comes from midfield. Chase. Pimentel. Trying to go through 2 white jerseys, knocked out of play. And may have deflected off the edge of Pimentel's boot on its way. He called Sentinel's throw. Kicked hard out of bounds. Clearing ball from the Falcons defense. So come back for Orlandi. Orlandi. Out of play. Throwing for the Falcons, far side touchline. Went over top of Pimentel out of play, and that's going to be called Falcons ball. Through the middle. DiFilippo. Marcis. Cone. Out of play. As that one comes right back across once again. Shepherded by Costa back to Orlandi. Off of Pimentel. Push from behind, no call from the officials. They see a settled advantage. Smithfield retains possession on the ball. Errant hit there allows DiFilippo to come back defensively. And now they'll call the push on the Sentinels against DiFilippo, and so Falcons ball. Free kick from deep. Off of Biasi out of play. And off of DiFilippo. First corner of the game issued as that one comes off the head of Ava Thurber. Oh, from the near side corner to our broadcast position, that one is up in the mixer. Good header to clear out the zone. Came off of Costa and then a Smithfield player getting run over. I believe that may have been the 9 of Sanaya Chase, the guilty party for Cranston West. It was in a dangerous free kick position here for Smithfield. This one about 30 from goal. Gonna slide it, send it, and wide. Substitutions first of the game for the Falcons as Adelina Menendez exits. Slotted across the middle, Chase. Sentinels trying to work from the backfield. Will flick out of bounds. Falcons ball. Second substitutions of the game. Ava Thurber will go out. Pimentel, far side, out of play. Falcons throw, quick throw as they try to get the overlap. Pimentel. Chase rode up on a Smithfield defender and kicked out of play, sent all the way back immediately. Harper Cone. Pimentel on the outside. Good cross for Chase, trying to get a second finish. Biasi still has it. Biasi turns back, goaltender out of position, hits Smithfield's defense. Great sequence there by the Falcons. Caught the defense and the goaltender out of position, but not able to make the turn before the defense got back in the box. They able to knock that one away. First strong opportunity we've seen from either side so far this evening. Pimentel on the outside. Knocked out a play off Smithfield in a Falcons throw, and we'll get more substitutions. Thurber re-enters. Pimentel, Cone, and out of play. Back through the midfield for Thurber. Deflected off. And all the way back for Orlandi. Clears that one up to midfield. No handball called from the referee. In space for Biasi. Can she get there before the line? She does. And it comes across. And then just goes just wide. They're going to say deflected in a corner kick. What a play from Stalia Biasi. Kept it in the line to the corner, had the clearance to get it across on the byline and just past the post. First corner of the match for the Falcons. From the far side, good head. And just over top. Good position inside the mixer. Falcons so far, the three best opportunities of this match. Knocking on the door, trying to get the first goal of the game. Biasi. She'll work with Chase. Drops to the outside. And this one will come all the way back out of play. It will still be a Falcons ball. Substitutions for both sides now. Sanaya Chase will exit for the Falcons. DiFilippo. Turning ball, Menendez. As she's re-entered into the match, and Annalena Menendez on the outside for Pimentel. That one's going to go to the line, and Menendez and the Smithfield player colliding at the same time. They're going to say, off Smithfield, Falcons ball. Oh, trip play, carried through the middle. And Smithfield ball. straight down the line, out of play, and a Falcons ball. So a loss of about 40 yards on that play. Cone. Pimentel. Spins. And out of play for the Falcons. Step by Pimentel, able to get the deflection. Another Falcons throw in. Pimentel to the byline. That one came right across and deflected from the Smithfield keeper, out of play. Gives the second corner of the match for the Falcons. Bring Costa up to take the kick. Coming from her center defensive mid-center back position, Alan Abby Dahlkemper. Goes short on this one, comes back out to her. She'll send it for Cone. A little bit of a toe drag move. Couldn't get around the Sentinels player. A play. And 2 more substitutions for the Falcons. Biasi out for Brooklyn Carrero. And a substitution as well on the far side touchline. For Emily Stahl on the far side, and that one went just wide. 6 for the Sentinels here as we've crossed midway of this first half. A 0-0 scoreline with the Falcons holding the advantages, but yet one into the back of the net. Out of play in a Sentinels throw. Carrero. Marcis. Cone. Good overlap. Little too far past Stahl. Sent into the evening sky from the Smithfield keeper and out of play. Smithfield throw, trying to go quick here, see if they can catch the Falcons off guard. DiFilippo's right there. Will shepherd that to the end line, and a 6. Big collision at center field. That one's going to get knocked out of play. And a Falcons ball. DiFilippo. From Marcis in the middle. DiFilippo again, and out of play. Sentinels ball. Substitutions for both sides. Harper Cone exits from midfield. Zoe Smith takes her place. Carriero. Smith stopped on a dime. The ball came back there on the opposite side of her as the Smithfield defender took a tumble. And they're going to call timeout for an injury. 15:52 left to go here in the first. We'll take a quick break. Back here at Cranston High School West. And a substitution after the injury brings Sadie Butler into the match. Far side, good backdraft from Costa and kicks that one away. The middle, DiFilippo. He's shepherded by Thurber for Orlandi. And she'll punt this one away. See on Orlandi, 3 straight games with a shutout. It's only surrendered 1 goal this season. Was in a 2-1 win against Moses Brown. Falcons have been on the draw side of a number of games this year, which looks great in the overall spectrum. You can say, oh, we're running along. People can't beat us, but you're only picking up 1 point. Will not work well come postseason. Brooklyn Carriero dumped down in the box while trying to turn with the ball. No call from the officials. Menendez to the byline. Cross and saved. Marcis. Turn from Marcis back for Casa. Throws that one up into the air. Larry Smith trying to get a hold on it. Carriero. DiFilippo. Smith tapped off of her. Smithfield tries to turn this one. Gets as far as the back line. Good grab from Sadie Butler. Tries to get that one forward for Stahl. Hits the byline and out of play. Oh, 6 coming up from Smithfield. Smith. DiFilippo. Menendez. Carriero. High ball. Out of play. Deflected off of a Smithfield player. They'll call corner. Jordan Costa will take the trot. And another Falcons corner. That one came down right in front. But just wide of the Sentinels' goal. Sent long and out of play. Butler off of her. Outside of the Falcons bench. Corralled by the Sentinels at midfield. Play. Substitutions. For the Falcons, re-enters Sarah Pimentel. Smith. She got pushed around. Another Falcons throw. Inside of 10 left to go here in the first half. Tie up inside of the box and players going down from both sides. Ball sent away. Just left clear. As Pimentel goes down. And they'll call the knock on the Sentinels, and so it'll be Falcons ball. Ball just slipped right out of the hands. It was touched by a Sentinels player, so therefore it wouldn't. Yeah, it would not be an illegal throw situation because the Sentinels touched it first. They're going to just call drop ball. Slippery ball just flew out of the hands. Flippo for the 2 of Carriero, and that one out of play. Long throw. Orlandi had to punch that one to safety. Took a hard bounce, came straight up in front of her. 7 and change left to go here in the first half. Still a 0-0 scoreline. Majority of the good opportunities have come from the Falcons, as that one is going to go up over top of the net. And more Falcon substitutions. Re-enter Stalia Biasi. DiFilippo couldn't hold on to that one, out of play. Sentinels deep throw. Knocked out of the byline, and a 6 for the Falcons. Corralled at center. Good back check play. This one's kicked away. Biasi. Out of play. Off Biasi. Sentinels ball. They're trying to go quick here. 4.5. We approach a pond. Comes up, settled down. Marsa's got in the mix of that one. Thurber sends it outside. Play again. This time came off of DiFilippo just before the corner flag, so a throw in. Long throw headed out. And a corner. Kicked out by the Sentinels will create a 6 for the Falcons. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. As Orlandi sets this one up. And we'll send it out. Thurber. Chase. Mars couldn't get to it quickly enough. Smithfield trying to move this one back across. Knocked out by DiFilippo. Back for Orlandi as we approach on that 2-minute mark. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. And we'll continue to run our clock, though the officials have the call of the clock from the field. Chase outside for a switched over Biasi and out of play. Play. Projected the last minute of play here in the first half, and a Smithfield throw from the far side touchline. Crosses into the back four for the Falcons and knocked out of play. And DiFilippo with a throw in here for the Falcons should all intent and purpose take us to the halftime break. Knocked out. Will take us to the halftime break through one half of play. Still scoreless. Falcons been searching for a goal for a moment. See if they can get something in the second 40. We'll take the break. You're watching Rhode Island High School Girls Soccer on Fans Only Sports Network. Back here at Cranston High School West, 0-0 our scoreline as we enter the second half of play. Falcons have had a number of good opportunities, just can't seem to put one behind the net. Smithfield, the like, has had a few really good opportunities. Oceana Orlandi in net for the Sentinels, for the Falcons, has been able to punch one over. I just looked across very quickly for a moment and saw a Sentinels keeper trotting out in a green jersey. Orlandi always in that highlight yellow, green, whatever you want to call it. And now the Sentinels switching out their goalkeepers. So platooning keepers for the Sentinels. Orlandi will go the entire distance for the Falcons, as this one will come all the way back to the back line. Kicked forward through midfield as Langley ties up with a Sentinels player, and the two of them tumble into the track. They're going to give a free kick to the Sentinels and call the infraction on Jillian Langley. Orlandi slides forward to grab one. Good punt to mid. Marcis, as she gets knocked down, and they'll call Smithfield. I think they're going to call stoppage of play. And they're going to say Marcis went underneath and undercut the Smithfield players, so they're going to give Smithfield the ball. Don't exactly see how that was the case, with Marcis being the one in control of the ball from the first point. Menendez knocked down there. Perhaps a makeup call. Thurber did not get to Thurber. Cleared away by Langley for Chase. Far side touchline, out of play. Falcons throw. DiFilippo will come up, take that one. Long ball. Came back for Thurber. Thurber in front of the Sentinels player. Yeah, there we go. Thurber was in front of the Sentinels player. The push was on the back of Thurber. The AR got the direction wrong on that one. It's Falcons ball. Kick save right at the goal line. Knocked out of play. DiFilippo and a Falcons throw. Deep inside. Off and out of play. Another Falcons throw for DiFilippo once again. Bounce over top of Chase to the byline. Flicked up off of a Sentinel defender, and a corner kick for the Falcons. And Jordan Costa will trot up to take the kick. Inside came right off of the head of two Falcons players. Pimentel, the last one to put a head on it. Could not get it past. Langley, good stop from her at midfield. Sent all the way back up. Chase is going to have to chase this one. Knocked out of play by Smithfield and will be Falcons throw. Pimentel. 6. Boy, back. Bounces through on the kick from DiFilippo. Curled by Chase. Menendez stepped up on that one. Back for Langley. Turned by Marcis. Langley tried to get that one across. Deflected and carried by Smithfield. Kept inside the touchline. Good takeaway from Jordan Costa. Tonight Chase. And Elena Menendez on the step up as that one scoots past DiFilippo out of play. They're going to call Falcons throw. DiFilippo. Pimentel. Menendez. Marcis. Outside for Biasi. Biasi gets pushed, still gets sent to the turf. No call from the officials. She was trying to get that ball through to Sinai Chase. DiFilippo and the physicality of this match starting to pick up. They're going to say Falcons throw in. But keep your eyes on this one as players starting to get a little chippy as we get later on into the stages of this match. Langley from distance curls one up. Chase to the byline, a little too far. Creates a 6 for the Sentinels. Pimentel. Good curl from Sarah Pimentel. What a goal! Sarah Pimentel sends one to the upper left corner. 1-0 Falcons. An absolute banger. So Falcons break the drought They've been a little scoreless here. They've kept it inside of draws, however. And an outstretched ball. Sentinels are going to have to chase the game now here in the final 30. It's wide and out of play. So throw in for the Falcons near side. Off Menendez. And sent all the way back for Orlandi. Overlap from Pimentel. Out of play. Push out of play. Falcons throw. Thurber. Marcis. Long ball for Chase. Right along the touchline and sent for Thurber out of play. Orlandi. She'll scoop that one up. High kick. You see players as the ball goes out of play wiping the ball on their jersey, trying to dry it off to get any grip. This sprint turf surface obviously has to be very slick and holding a lot of water to it. It's been raining for about 2 straight days here in the Ocean State. Bounced over top of Thurber. Orlandi to the byline. They're going to say it tipped off of her and a corner called. And if it did tip off her, it looked like it was after it went across the line. Nevertheless, they're going to give the Sentinels a corner. Out of play. Out goes Caitlin Blanchett on substitution. We'll shift Costa a little over. And shepherded by Costa and shielded so Orlandi can pick that one up. Falcons leading 1-0 on an absolute screamer of a goal from Sarah Pimentel earlier on here in the second half. Our lone goal of the game, and pretty sure that will be the highlight reel of the evening, barring anything else to come here in the next 20 plus minutes. And you can catch highlights from tonight's game on our social media channels. Just visit at FOSPORTZ on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or whatever Twitter is actually called now. And as always, follow us online at fansonlysportz.com. That one will deflect out of play. Back for DiFilippo once again. Chase. Play. Substitutions for both sides. Snide Chase exits. Salia Biasi in the middle. Sarah Pimentel on the outside. And a collision from Jordan Costa. Runs right into the side of the Smithfield player. I'll call the foul. That is shoulder to shoulder. It's a good defensive play from Costa. Back through the center. Up high and wide. Substitutions for West. Langley exits. Pimentel. Hit over top and out of play, and a Falcons throw. Knocked out of play again. Another sentinel throw this time. Kicked hard. Carrero. Far side of that one, taken away from her. Marcis tries to recollect for the Falcons and knocked away. Come all the way back for Orlandi. Clear it all the way across. DiFilippo, good step up. Ball at midfield. Punched through. Biasi on the chase for it. And we'll go out of play. Off of the Falcons will create a sentinel throw and substitution allowed. Adelina Menenses will exit. A free kick to the Sentinels. DiFilippo. Or top of Pimentel out of play. Knocked away. A Sentinels throw. Past the halfway mark here in the second half, a 1-0 score line. Orlandi will take that one. The goal by Sarah Pimentel. Bounced at midfield. Corralled on the side for Pimentel. Nifty little flick move from Pimentel. Came across the center. Was looking for Biasi. Not enough room to get that one through. Kept by Smithfield. And out of play. Substitutions for Smithfield here with 18 to go. Marcis. They chase to the back line, to the byline, and in the corner out of play off of Smithfield. They call it a corner kick still. Could watch that one deflect right off of the Smithfield player's boot. Still called the Smithfield corner. Long into the box. Orlandi came out to punch it away. Good clear out by the Falcons. A substitution before the throw. Knocked out of play. Another Falcons throw. DiFilippo is just going to come up about 20 yards. Sentinels trying to move fast here. Got the overlap. Orlandi slides out again. And Orlandi will go ahead and punt that one finally. Marcis. Trying to settle for Carriero. Looking for Biasi on the opposite corner. Did not get the full overlap Marcis steps to that one, has Biasi to go to the corner now. Marcis bodies through, and the Sentinels player got wrapped around Marcis, went out of play. They're going to call the infraction and give the Sentinels the ball. Not entirely sure where that call's coming out of. Marcis had ball and advantage. It's the second time today she's had ball and advantage and had a call go against her. And not where she picked up the ball from the player going down, where she was in control of the ball. A play once again. Biasi. And knocked out a play. Good fight in the corner from Stalia. Biasi creates another throw-in for the Falcons. This one's going to go out of play again. Another Falcons throw. Corner ball. Wide. And 2 substitutions for the Falcons. Alexa Hogan goes out. Brings Blanchett back in. Scoots a little over top of Casa. She'll just tap it back for Orlando, who will clear it all the way up into midfield. Costa, good defensive play right along the touchline. Off. Oh, another play that came off of a Sentinels player and called in favor to them. For Biasi. Little past her. That'll go out of play in a Sentinels throw. Sarah Pimentel's goal stands as the lone score in this game. Early in the second half, a 1-0 scoreline for the Falcons. Right in front of Orlando, dives out and smacks that one away. Absolutely brilliant saves from Orlando tonight. Hard kick. Orlando comes out, and it's headed away. Smithfield wanted a corner. They're not going to get the call. Went off of them, and it'll be a Falcons 6. Could have had a petition for interference there as well, too. Orlandi did not have a whole lot of space to be able to get to that ball. Good drive. Turned it midfield, looking on the outside line. And off of Smithfield once again. Substitutions again for the Falcons here. And bring Stahl back in. Biasi. Looking to try to get that one across to Carriero. Smithfield is going to kick this one right out of play again. Same spot for Blanchette. Marcis shepherds that one for DiFilippo, sent it long. Marcis brings it down for Biasi. Biasi trying to find an alleyway. A little bit of a jersey pull there, not called by the referee, and the ball bounces up over top off the Smithfield keeper's fingertips in a corner for the Falcons. Jordan Costa will trot to the small arc one more time tonight at least. Time ticking away here. Costa sent that one kind of flat, looking for a turn, didn't get it. And Blanchette with an arm pull on a Sentinels player that gets called. Oh, free kick for the Sentinels. Off into the distance. Carrero. Byline. Kicked out from imminent danger. Offside. Called. So Costa will send this one into the Cranston evening. Off of Pimentel. Got the deflection, so DiFilippo will throw. Blanchette chases this one back, knocks it out of play. And Smithfield going to make a substitution. Over top. And that one's going to find the back of the net as it pops up over top Orlandi. And we're honors even at 1. Was it? She says 12.
Field goal number 12, Krista Kasparian.
Kasparian credited with the goal for the Sentinels. Puts us honors even at 1. That's just the second goal of the season surrendered by the Falcons. One to Moses Brown, 1 to Smithfield. And 4 and change separating the teams from the end of this one. Are we in for another Falcons draw, or is there a magical moment still to come? Orlandi will scoop that one up. Settled to the outside. Overlap play, and Costa will push it all the way out. And a corner for the Sentinels. Bouncing around the mixer out of play, this time for a Falcons 6 and substitutions again. Bring Stalia Biasi back in. Just past Menenses. 2 and change left to go. Officials control the clock for certain. We are approaching final stages of this game. Throw in for the Sentinels from the far side touchline into the final 2 minutes. DiFilippo looking for a clearance play. DiFilippo knocked down hard from behind. Falcons need to move fast. Good long ball. That one onside has an opportunity for Chase. Spins that one off. Cracker to the far side of the net will go past it. And Pimentel. Good strike from her. She's going to try to body this one down. DiFilippo actually steps up to take it down. For Pimentel. Tried to come back and got bottled up in the neutral zone. Quick time move for the Falcons. Maybe a minute left to go here in the match. Sadie Butler. Biasi for Chase. Stopped in midfield. Biasi, can she turn off on this one? Got a little help. Blanchette steps up, and a good strike from her. Bounced over top. About 34 seconds, give or take, remaining. Late goal from the Sentinels tied this one. Byline out of play and a deep throw in instead. Falcons have to move fast. Is that one going to get out for a corner? It does! Quick move for the Falcons here to try to get this one. We're into stoppage time. Last chance. Costa. Long ball. Headed away, and that's it. 80 minutes in the books, and it ends up another draw for the Falcons. 1-1 in regulation. Thanks so much for tuning in. You've been watching another edition of Rhode Island High School Girls Soccer on Fans Only Sports Network.